Today I'm going to show you how to outline your sprite to make your game go from this to this. So let's just get right into it. First, let me tell you what I'm about to do. I'm going to take our sprite, change the position, and stamp around our sprite here. And that's actually going to make the outline effect. So let's start coding. First, we're going to go to choose an extension, and we're going to choose pen because today we're going to be working with the stamp block. So like every good program, let's start with a when green flag clicked. And we're just going to go to x0, y0 to start off. And let's click the green flag. As you can see, our scratch cat is centered. Then for the actual thickness, we're going to use a custom block. So let's create it and let's call it DrawOutline. And then we're going to have some inputs. So the first one is going to be called thickness. Add an input thickness. Then we're going to get the sprite X position. So just call it sprite X. And then we're going to get the sprite Y position. So let's call that sprite Y and then sprite Y. So we want this to run instantly every time we call it. So we're going to do run without screen refresh. And there we have our custom block. So now we can begin coding. Basically what we want to do is we want to stamp our sprite around the original one. And if we do that, the stamped ones will be the same color as this one, which is not what we want. So what we're going to do to start is we're going to set the brightness effect to -100. And what this will do is it will turn our scratch cat black. So let's just reverse that for now. Then we want to set the X position. So the first X position we want to set is to the left of the original scratch cat. So let's call that set X position 2. The sprite X position minus the thickness of our actual outline. And this will set it slightly left of the original scratch cat. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have 3 X positions. So one to the left, one on top, and one to the right of the scratch cat. And on every X position, we want 3 Y positions. And in every Y position, we're going to stamp the scratch cat once. And when we're done, we're going to be able to see the actual outline. So we're going to have to repeat 3 times, change the X position. And we're going to change the X position by the thickness. So what this is going to do is we're at minus thickness now, and then we're going to go to 0. So we're going to go to the sprite X, and then we're going to go to X position thickness. And we're going to do basically the same thing for the actual Y position. So we're going to do set Y2 sprite Y minus thickness. So just the same thing. And then we're also going to do another repeat 3 times, just like we did for the X position. And in there, we're going to do change Y by thickness. And now if we click the green flag, we can see nothing has happened. So what gives? Well, we didn't actually stamp anything yet. So you're going to do stamp right there. And still nothing happens. Well, that's because we did code the function, but we haven't called the actual function in our game loop, which starts at when green flag clicked. So we're going to have to do draw outline. Let's just say the thickness is like X. And then let's do sprite X is 0 and sprite Y is 0. And instead of sprite X and sprite Y, since we already put that in there, we can just say X position and then Y position. And there we can see a black outline. But this is of course not what we want. So at the end here, we're going to do set the brightness effect to 0. And you can see the scratch cat is back, but it's still offset because we actually changed the position here. So we're going to do go to X, sprite X, and then sprite Y. And now we have scratch cat with an outline. So what if we want to change the position now? For example, let's say repeat 10 times, change X by 10. And you can see that creates this weird effect because we're not erasing the previous pen we have already drawn. So we're going to do an erase all before all of this. And you can see it works with no issue. And we can also do something like turn 15 degrees. And in some other methods of drawing an outline, this doesn't work. But here you can see it works perfectly. And if you zoom in, you can see our scratch cat has this outline. But some of the whiskers are a bit weird, which is what happens if you put an outline on it. So it's better if you're using something like this to just delete the fine details. And now that he's clean shaven, we can see he looks much better. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. And if you want to see some more game enhancing effects, then click on this video.